unfortunately, there's a lot of us that find ourselves suddenly single over the age of 50 or over 60. And I'm sure that most of you watching today know somebody that's got divorced later in life. Well, today we're going to meet the author of Suddenly Single, Christine Williams, and she's got some property strategies to help with this. After the break, remember, get up and move. Anything you do is better than nothing. And if you really want to get moving with music, well, we're going to meet some of the red hot rockers. We have Adrian, dance instructor. Naomi, she had a back reconstruction and she started dancing for rehabilitation. And then we have Alan, who, suddenly single at 51, made the amazing transition from being a boxer to a dancer. And his friends just can't believe it. Christine Williams, speaker and author, was voted one of the top 10 property specialists in Australia and Marketer of the Year 2017. Christine, author of Suddenly Single, found herself suddenly single. And she shares with us her expertise for others that might be in that same situation. We're also going to take a look at some superannuation strategies. Hi Christine, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Carol. I'm really proud to be here.
Now there's a lot of people over 50 and over 60 getting divorced. They're selling their marital home and they're coming out with a lump sum but no real estate. What would you say to those people?
Well, definitely I'm happy to comment on all of that. But just before we go any further, I'm just going to explain to your audience that I have been involved in property for many decades and I have a personal property portfolio on the eastern seaboard of Australia, and I'm a property strategist. Now that's my qualifications, but of course I am not a financial planner, I'm not an accountant, or I am not a legal representative. But with my experience from a personal level, I sort of know the hints and tips around that. But when it comes to any of that type of advice, we really do need to speak to their advisor. But when it comes to property, I'm your girl, okay? Look, been there, done that. And that was actually my first book, Suddenly Single, and coming out with a small amount of settlement and a couple of girls and private school fees and so forth. And I was out of the market because I had sold my home. In my book, The Suddenly Single, one of the things I talk about is that you really do need to give yourself at least 6 months, because regardless of whether or not you wanted to become single or it was, forced upon you, you're really in an emotional state. And I don't believe in my heart of hearts that when you're in an emotional state, you can't make good or very good financial decisions. And I truly do believe that regardless of what that lump sum is and regardless of what your housing situation is at that moment, as long as you've got a roof over your head, you need to take a minimum of 6 months before you make other financial decisions, because you need the water to settle. And it could be people who are in their 50s and their 60s, and you would assume that they've got, adult children and they may have grandchildren. And they may be worried about everybody around them, and everybody around them is trying to pat them on the back and tell them what they should be doing. And, you've got X amount of money and you should be investing it in this, and these are the things that you should be doing, and you're not going to put yourself in this situation again. Well, unfortunately, those people giving you that advice, they're not in your situation. They really don't know what you're going through. They don't understand that, yes, you may have an amount of money sitting in a bank that's not really giving you any interest, and they're throwing that in your face saying, but you could do better if you invested in this. Please don't. Please do take at least 6 months. And when everything settles down and your new normal, because that's what it's going to become, you're comfortable with that new normal, you can start making decisions. And it may be that you choose to invest in a property for yourself to live in, or it may be that you choose to rent wherever you want to, or you're going to travel. You're comfortable with the choices that you've made about the accommodation that you've chosen to live in, and you start to invest in something else. So, you know, I love having conversations with these clients that don't know, love the fact that I give them permission to just do nothing for a while. And I'm giving them permission to sit back, take everything in and listen to everybody, write everything down, take notes, you know, do research, but don't make a decision. And I don't know how many divorced people have come back to me, male and female, and they have thanked me for that small amount of advice to allow them to settle down. And they've come back and they may have decided to do what they intended to do in the first place, or they've come back and said to me, I didn't realise I now had the opportunities that you've allowed me to research and take in to make bigger and better decisions. So the tip is take time. Don't be rushed into it, and don't let your circle of influence talk you into something, because they're not in your situation. You are in your own situation. Yes.
Can you comment on purchasing a property through your super fund?
So once again, I'm not a financial planner. However, I am a trustee of my own self-managed super fund, and I have purchased property inside super. And I did this well over, I think, 10 years ago. Could be very wrong, but whenever. There is a major pro for doing it. There's a major reason for purchasing property inside super. And the major reason is once the youngest member of the fund, the self-managed super fund, is in retirement age, and you know that could be either 65 or 67, depending on when you were born, and you have your property and you've had your property in super, and then you sell and there's a capital gain and you've made money, the fantastic benefit is that you don't pay capital gains tax. But of course, there's some constraints about that, okay? And the constraints is that your deposit must come from the fund. You must have a self-managed super fund in the first place. You must have your, you know, your trustee or the company set up and lots of things. You need to be talking to your financial planner and accountant about this. And if you are borrowing money, you need to make sure that, you know, you're in line with what banks' policy are around that. And with that, we know that there is a substantial deposit that goes towards the property. And some banks or some lending facilities are saying that it's either 20, 30, or even up to 50% of the money coming out of the fund. What you can't do in the fund is get the major tax deductions like you do outside a fund. If you sell inside super before your retirement age, the capital gains tax is maxed at 10%. So there's benefits, but there's constraints. And as long as you understand what the benefits and constraints are, it can be a fabulous strategy for you, especially if you love bricks and mortar. And you don't only do it once, you can do it as many times as your fund will allow. So it's really a good idea to explore this strategy because it's got fantastic outcomes in the very end. It really has.
Thank you so much for sharing your amazing expertise and your passion. We can see how passionate you are about this industry.
Yes, I do have passion, Carol. And one of my mantras is what I call is helping people become financially fit and have financially fit families. But thank you. I truly appreciate your time and allowing your viewers to say hi to me. Love it.
Doesn't matter what you're wearing, just get off the couch, get off the seat, just get up, move your body. Now today we're going to work on the back because we sit forward too much, so we're going to do some work to keep those shoulders back, help us prevent getting that curve. So pull the arms back like you're rowing. Pull and pull. Pull and pull. That's it. Pull. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze it together. Now we're going to take the leg to the back. Back, together. Back, together. So back, together. Back, together. Back, together. Back, together. Back, together. If you want, you can take it a bit faster. Back, 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 back. That's it. Really good for your posture. Keeps the circulation going as well. Excellent. Few more. Back, back, back. Now I'm going to take the arms overhead and pull up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze it and up. Squeeze and up. Down. Very good. Your back's going to thank you for this. Yes, it is. Down, up, down. Bit faster. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Great. Shake it out. Legs to the back. Back. Together. Back. Together. Back. Now we're going to try the arms with it. Back. Together. Back. Together. Back. Good stuff. Now, speed it up. That's it. Pushing the arms back and the foot back. Okay, hold it there. We go. Side to side, just flick the heel up behind. And we're going to do the whole thing again from the beginning, but a little bit of a difference. Now you know the moves. Forward, back. That's it. Rowing. Overhead. Up. Up. Now, can we do them both together? Yes, give it a go. Forward, up. Forward, up. Forward, up. Forward, up. Again. And we come back to the legs. Going back and back, back. That's it. Hands going back. 5 minutes a day. Just get up, move your body. Anytime you're feeling down, get up, move your body. Now to the side. Over 50, so what? Over 60, so what? Move your body. 5 minutes a day, and you're on your way. We'll see you again. Look forward to joining you in the next 5-minute fitness. Adrian Spadaro has been teaching multiple dance styles for over 30 years. And he'll tell you that you can learn to dance regardless of age. Today we're going to learn a bit about progressive dancing, which means you don't need a partner and you get to meet and make multiple friends.
And my main thing is about people meeting people, so we would always do progressives.
So one of your main philosophies is you don't need a partner.
No. No. The whole thing about this is you form a circle. We do a lot of movement, but even in our socials we would do progressive, stop the music, and then the guy doesn't have to ask the girl to dance and maybe get rejected, and the girl doesn't have to wait to get asked and maybe not get asked. They dance, and a lot of times people you would not normally dance with, you just find they're really fun, or they're really good dancers, or you click in one way that you didn't think you would, and you may not have a relationship, but you have a friendship. And that's what a lot of my classes are about. Groups of people meet each other, they leave my classes, but they stay friends. They go out for coffees, and they go, they don't always stay with me forever, but the whole aim of this is to build friendship. If you learn to dance, that's a bonus. It's a pure bonus if you learn to dance, but it's not about learning to dance. It's about people meeting people, having fun, and then they'll go out and exercise, they'll get fit, they'll go and do things together rather than stay at home, watch TV, what happens.
Can you explain to the viewers what a progressive dance is?
Progressive dance is you dance with one partner and you'll do a little sequence, and then you'll move on to the next partner and you'll do a little the same sequence, you do over. Normally in our dance classes, as we teach a routine, we do that. We teach a routine, move on, and so there's a constant flow, and if there's not enough partners, then you'll only have a partner for one sequence, and then you move on to the next one sequence. So now we're going to do a breakaway. We're going to add a breakaway to that. Actually, move down one, please, girls. Move down. All right. And we're going to do a basic and a breakaway. A breakaway is when you, on the one, you're still holding. Then before you go onto the side, onto your right foot leaders and left foot followers, you actually release the hand on two and just move diagonally across to create a little bit of space. And I will call one, break, two. Ready? And one, break, two, and back step. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to put the basic and the breakaway together. All right, the first one you hold on, the second one you let go. A bit like a relationship. 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic, two, keep holding. Breakaway, two, back together. Basic, two, keep holding. Two, back together. And one, and two, and back. One, break, two, back together. Now we're going to swap partners and go. Ready, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. And the beauty of a progressive is when you've gone around 6 or 7 times and you've looked at somebody in the face and you're smiled and you're holding hands and you're laughing, they feel like old friends. And so then when they ask you to dance or you get asked to dance, you feel like you know them, and you'll have an idea of how comfortable you feel with them, and then you'll dance socially, and that's really the aim of it, is that people can learn to dance, but more that they just create friendships. That's really amazing.
So is a progressive dance actually a form of rock and roll?
No, that's only how we teach it. The other dances in that we were doing, the partner dances, they can become progressives. And they're sequence dances. They're called sequence dances. Now, progressive dance, in the sense, is a sequence dance. You learn the sequence, move on, and it's fixed. And so what would happen is, when you do a progressive cha-cha, everybody knows. They all get up, they all do progressive cha-cha, and then they do that. Then you do the progressive jive, and you do that. So it's just a way for everyone to move around and just meet everyone. Basic, two, into the centre. 1, 2, and return. 1, 2, pistol grip. 1, 2, and stop there. Oh, and they said it couldn't be done. Okay, move around one, please. Move around one.
Hi everyone, now we've got this lovely Naomi here with us, and she's got a really interesting story to tell us about how dancing has really changed her life since she had a nasty accident and a spinal reconstruction. So welcome, Naomi.
Thank you. Yes.
So tell us what happened to you.
Oh, well, long story short, I fell out of a tree at home and I spent 10 years in pain. So in the end, I had to have a reconstruction. And they told me after the surgery that it was bad enough that I wouldn't go back to sport, that I'd only ever walk or swim, which I hate both. So that was pretty depressing, yes. And that was the beginning of the journey to dancing.
So how did you get into dancing after being told that?
Well, I always wanted to dance, and I tried a few different things for rehab and none of them appealed to me. And then one day I saw a little ad in the paper and I braced myself and I went along and sat on the sidelines and watched. But they were so welcoming and the music was so stirring and it was so much fun and they were so social that I actually joined in, and that was the beginning. So it's exhilarating.
So how old do you think you're going to dance till now?
Forever.
Forever?
Yes. Yes.
So when we meet again on your 100th birthday,
Yes.
we'll have a little dance together, okay?
I hope. Yes. Yes.
So what would you say to anybody, maybe they've had an injury themselves or maybe they haven't danced before like yourself, what would you say to them about thinking about dancing?
I think that they should look at it from a rehabilitation perspective. If they're worried about making a geek of themselves out there, they're doing it for their health. They're doing it for their balance and their posture. As you get older, your balance is not as good. So they're actually doing it as part of their recovery program. And once they get in there and that music plays and people ask them to dance and join in, and they'll lose all their inhibitions and they'll love it, even if they've got 2 left feet.
Well, there you go, everybody. It's time for us to keep dancing till we're 100, and we're going to be with Naomi when it happens.
I hope so.
Well, now we've got Alan with us, and he's your macho man, and he was playing football and cricket, and then all of a sudden in his 50s he found himself divorced and single. And then tell us the rest of the story, Alan.
Well, I also thought it was a good thing to do. I took up boxing first. For about 3 years I did professional boxing. When I was 51, I was looking for something to do other than, I couldn't fight anymore. So I went to a hotel with a friend and we went and saw, I didn't know there was going to be a band on, of course, but there was. Had a look at all these people having a good time and they were all smiling and they were all laughing, and I thought, gee, this looks all right. Not that I ever thought I would be a dancer, and so I had a look at it for a while, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll come back next week and have another look. So I did, and in between that time I met some people there, and that was a wonderful thing about actual the rock and roll scene and everything like that, swing, whatever you do, but everyone wants to be your friend, they're all happy, and I thought, this is what I want to do. I finished up going for a lesson, my first lesson. The first lesson was, doing what they were doing, but I thought, I reckon I can do this. It was like a big challenge, and I started, and it was within 2 or 3 months I'd done 10 lessons, and then I met my partner together, and we're still dancing together.
Wow.
And there's no look back. I mean, my life has just changed so much. I go everywhere, every year. Every year I go to Queensland, go to country places, and just everybody enjoys themselves. And it's a wonderful, and we have some wonderful friends over the years. It's just so good, I wish I'd have done this, 50 years ago. But I'm just happy all the time. This thing's so good, and you just go out dancing and you have fun, and you meet people, and they're all having fun. And some of my friends have, over the years I haven't seen for a long time, catch up with them, talk to them, and they said, "What are you doing with yourself, Alan?" I said, "I'm retired and that now, and what do you do with yourself?" I said, "I dance." And they all go, "You're kidding, You can dance." Oh, okay, yeah, I think I love it.
Awesome. It doesn't matter what age you are, whether you've got some physical limitations or whether you think you've got no coordination. Why not give dancing a go? Check out the Red Hot Rockers on the website carolohalloran.com. And if you or someone else you know has found yourself suddenly single, please check out Christine Williams at carolohalloran.com. Please join our Facebook group and YouTube, Over 50 So What, and you'll never miss an episode. keep moving, keep grooving. I'm Carol, over 50, so what? Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50, so what?